The Miss Canada pageant may have crowned its last beauty queen. The company that produces the competition isn't going to do it anymore. Clio Productions has several reasons why. It says cost is one of them, but it also says the pageant was out of step with the changing times. The pageant was first organized in 1946 and shown each year on CTV since 1963. Steve Pageant reports on what could be Miss Canada's final wave.
It may have been an acceptable way to portray Canadian women for the last 45 years, but the Miss Canada pageant organizers say not anymore.
We found her at last, the fairest girl in Canada. The end of our search from mountains to the sea.
Despite recent criticisms, thousands of women enjoyed competing for the Miss Canada title. The winner received $100,000 worth of prizes from pageant sponsors.
Miss Canada 1982, Karen Baldwin from London.
But changing times have brought changing attitudes. And despite attracting high television ratings, organizers decided to pull the plug on the pageant. Joseph Garwood, who heads the company that produces the TV show, says it's time to present Canadian youth in a more contemporary fashion. Garwood adds the program was running into financial trouble. He says last year's show lost almost $500,000, in part because of escalating production costs. Still, organizers insisted mounting opposition from women's groups played no part in today's decision. But women's groups are claiming victory anyway, saying the pageant is sexist and outdated, that it presented women as if they were commodities at a meat market.
Beauty pageants are a symbol of the exploitation and oppression of women, and the fact that advertisers are withdrawing their support, I think, is a sign that the women's movement's having a lot more influence and affecting institutions in the society.
But supporters of the pageant, such as 1981 Miss Canada Dominique Dufour, say Canadians are losing another event which kept them together.
Quebec is there, there's Nova Scotia, there's Vancouver, there's British Columbia, there's Winnipeg. We're all a country together, and I think it's a nice way to show it.
Today's decision means unless another organizer comes forward, Nicole Dunstan of British Columbia will be the last Miss Canada.
In a way, it gives me an extra drive to do a very good job and inform people what it's all about.
Dunstan will complete her duties this year, but then organizers say they owe it to all the Miss Canadas of the past to retire the crown with what they call dignity and grace. Steve Pageant, CBC News, Toronto.